Hey, G.I. Joe Classified fans, how's it going? Today we have a nice treat. It's Torpedo. Torpedo from the G.I. Joe Classifieds. This is a great toy. The artwork on it is amazing. A lot of people are like, oh, yeah, there's some crazy sea creatures there in the background. Those aren't sea creatures, those are tube worms. Those are tube worms, man, and they're coming out of the columns when they went after the deep water. If you remember, the GI Joe mass device, Clip 6, I think it was, when they were trying to get all the elements for the Weather Dominator, and these were the sea creatures that GI Joe and Cobra had to team up and battle these creatures so they could both claim the deep water that they were trying to recover, so they could use the Weather Dominator. So that was a cool scene too. You don't see Cobra and GI Joe team up. So let's get right into it. Let's open it up. See what we got here. I've been waiting for this guy to come in. Finally got delivered. All right. So he's number 73 in the line. Torpedo. Looking slick. Yeah, if you remember when they introduced Torpedo in the cartoon, he came pulling up in that submarine, and like it was a party or something. And when he did lead the team on the mission, Duke was like, "All right, everyone, listen up. You follow his lead. This is his territory down there underwater." And Torpedo was a party guy, but he knew what he was doing underwater. That's for sure. And Duke trusted him. So yeah, he's looking awesome. On the vintage figure, and we'll show him here in a minute. Vintage figure, you never did see his face, but you did in the cartoon. So kind of like swimsuit, you know. The figure had that helmet on, so couldn't really see his face, but you did in the cartoon. So I like that. That's cool. You have both worlds with the classifieds. That's the great part about classifieds is we get to relive and experience the toys in just a larger form and all around great looking toy. Let's see what we got in the box. What'd you come with, Torpedo? A lot of people are calling it. It comes with a harpoon gun. I'm pretty sure it's not called a harpoon gun. I'm pretty sure it's just called a spear gun. Spear gun sounds more accurate. I may be wrong. Comment below. I've just seen a lot of mistakes on the reviews. It's not mistakes really, and I shouldn't say that. It's kind of being rude. It's just people that didn't watch the cartoon, growing up every day, and obviously didn't have time to go and watch it before their review. So yeah, let's see. What do you come with, Torpedo? Comes with this groovy harp. No, it's not harpoon. It's a spear gun, man. It's a little bent. That's okay. We're gonna fix that. If you haven't fixed these problems before, when you get something a little crooked like that, what you can do is just superheat it with some water, and then super bend it back into place and super cool it with some water. And normally that works. Or you can even try hair dryer works for me. Comes with that. Well, that's a good looking gun right there. I'm sure it yeah, has a magazine. Not a clip. It's a magazine for it. Sweet. And he comes with these groovy red flippers. Those are awesome. Pretty amazing. They have some detail on them too. You see that just line work in them. Now his vintage slippers were not that color. They were just gray. And of course he has his tank right here. Not too much detail on that. And the mask. That looks pretty good. And last but not least, this has to be a Bowie knife. I'm just kidding. It's a diving knife. It's a diving knife, everyone. It's not a Bowie knife. I'm trying to get that focus just a wee bit for me, please. Sorry. Okay, so on himself, he can hold the diving knife. We can get his diving apparatus together. I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah. Sweet. Clip it in the back. Sorry guys, it's taking me a little while. Oh, that's what's wrong. Just wasn't lined up with the hole in the back. Yeah, that might take some adjusting. So there we go. So that's the look that I'm just trying to achieve on camera. And all for good purpose because I have the vintage one right here. And this is what you got back in the 80s. Again, he's got the green flippers. And he does, I believe the vintage one does have a spear gun, and he did have some type of hose apparatus, but I unfortunately I don't have those. Oh, that's the only one I have. I will get those other parts. But yeah, pretty cool. Side by side, that you know, they didn't do a bad job. Hasbro's been doing good. Very very well done for the color scheme and whatnot. I'm happy. Let's put the vintage one right here. Again, let me mess with this. Just gonna mess with the strap that won't line up with the hole. But if you put some pressure on it, and bam, plug that back in, and let's get them flippers. But yeah, for those who don't know torpedo, just go watch the Mass Device series. I think it's episode 6 or something like that, somewhere in there. And that's where Torpedo comes in. He comes in like a pimp, and he just comes in there in his submarine, and everyone's like, "Woohoo!" You know, they're all hollering, and you know, it's like, "What's up, guys?" You know, that's how he talks. He's like, "What's up, you landlubbers?" And you know, he's a sailor. You know, he's a diver. You know, Navy. Um, he's got an awesome grip, I'll tell you that. Definitely kung fu all the way. I cannot get this gun in for the life of me. But you know, being on camera, That's not even the gun. That's a spear gun. We'll try this one. And I know that really doesn't make sense for him to have that gun right now in the pose I'm about to do, but I do have this stand, and I've been dying to put a classified figure in here. I normally use this for Silverhawks and stuff like that, but let's try it with this classified figure and see if it's going to set up how we want it to. Yes. So, that's the pose everyone's trying to achieve um, with the flippers facing down. It just looks awesome. Yeah, Torpedo, man. I love this character. Hasbro, hands down, did a great job. Accessories, the the spear gun, the tank, the diving knife, on point. I don't mind the red flippers. You can switch them with the eel if you'd like. I think those come in black, and that looks good too. They could have done the gray. Man, I'm going to see a lot of people painting them and stuff like that, but uh, hands down, Hasbro, that this is a great character. I love Torpedo, and he is very on point with the vintage, and just looking every bit of GI Joe. And like I said, Torpedo, he came rolling into that place like a pimp, and Duke's like, listen to him, follow his lead. So he was a very high ranked up there, like very confident diver. But that's the GI Joe classified Torpedo. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Give a like and look for our next video. Thanks, guys.